What's the word, everybody? It's your boy Melly Mel, aka Tress, alongside Fab and Blaze, and this is Wave Starter Podcast Episode 9. Today's topic: Battle of the Sexes. What's love? What's lust? We're talking relationships, situationships, the do's, the don'ts, and everything in between, hoping to get some answers. We're definitely going to get into the topic of conversation, but before we do, please subscribe to these platforms: Anchor, Breaker, Radio Republic, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Also follow us on Instagram at WaveStarter Podcast, on YouTube, WaveStarter Podcast, and on Facebook, WaveStarter516. Everybody who is in the building, thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely.
All right.
Ladies,
it's good.
Let me get straight to my question.
Already?
Already.
Go for
We didn't
it.
even get an introduction.
We got
Unless y'all want to introduce yourselves, or when it's y'all turn to speak, you could do either or. All right, so I'm gonna get to my question.
Get to the question. Let's go. Let's get
So
it.
why do y'all chase away good men? Is it because y'all never? Is it because y'all never had one, and when y'all do have one, they scare y'all with the realness, or what? What's up?
Amen. What do you feel makes you chase? Like,
No,
what do
no.
you feel?
She asked a question with a question.
Chasing away, we're chasing away men. All right, but what is it that you're thinking that we're doing that's chasing you away? Like, tell us it's just normal. We're just trying to talk to you. We're just trying to be like.
If I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, why do you question everything to me? Why do y'all act paranoid? Like, if I would hold the door open, oh, why are you holding the door open? You want something behind this? Like,
That's the wrong female.
Can I touch on this?
Everybody's the same, blood.
I'm about to go in. Okay, first of all,
go in.
Oh, shit, now.
every man may think that he's a good man. So what's your definition of that may be different from what we think. That's
So what's
number
y'all
one.
definition of good man?
I think it's
After you.
individualized. So a good man could be somebody to someone that treats you well and buys you shit, but that doesn't necessarily make him a good man.
For everybody.
Exactly.
Like,
So there's the difference in that dynamic of what you think a good man is supposed to be or what a good woman is. So
So your
I feel like
definition is
that's-
what?
for me personally,
Your personal.
my personal,
Your
a
personal.
good man, I would say is honest, consistent. I would
Yes.
say treats me well, treats me with respect.
I definitely
See
think
that? See that? Wait, what'd you say? You're single, right?
Yes. Okay. I see you guys. Obviously, he has a problem with what I'm saying because,
No, I feel you. I'm just Chico, man.
and just because a man has all that doesn't necessarily mean that he's for me because
I feel
Yes.
it all boils down to compatibility and chemistry because he could be all of that and we just don't fucking click. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's not a good man. It just means
Exactly.
he's a good man for me.
What's his
yeah.
sign? What's his sign?
Everybody bobbing their head. Good job.
What's his sign? What's his sign?
I'm a Leo.
Hey, now.
Hey, Leo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay,
came
so
with the
I get it.
guns.
I get it now. I get it. I get where you're coming from. I get it. I get it.
So
What made her say?
that's my touch on that.
But sometimes y'all could get all that and still not be happy.
Yeah.
First of all, for me, I'm not going to sacrifice my happiness for mediocre. So I have an issue with that. That's just me personally. I'm not
But
gonna.
if you're always chasing a higher standard, you're never gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You'll never
That's a
be.
fact.
For me, it has nothing to do with higher standard. It has to do with if we're connecting. If it's something that's bothering me, I'm not gonna just dismiss a person off of one thing. It has to be a multitude of things. And if I just don't rock with it, why would I stay or be with somebody just because they're good? What's the point of that?
Because you haven't had better.
Right there. I speak to you.
But people always searching for better. Some people always searching for better.
Right. So why would you stay in a relationship if you keep on searching for better? What if you're in the street and you walk and you see a guy talking to you and he's giving you something that your man not giving you at home? Let's just say a simple conversation. Then what?
Well, that's the 80-20 rule. Why are you accepting something just because it's great conversation? That don't mean shit.
It happens, don't it?
It does happen.
Right.
But
Have you
I'm
been in a
gonna base
relationship?
off
Hold on.
my
Have you been in a
experience.
relationship and you never got another guy's number?
No.
You never got another guy's
Time
number.
out.
Yeah, you're not from Florida.
Time out. Why are you single right now?
Why am I single? It's a
Why are you single?
choice.
But
It's a choice.
well, you getting your life together?
Okay.
What?
No, I'm not gonna say that. It's a choice, but it's also I've dated. I've went out with guys. I've tried to be in relationships, but things just didn't work out, and they didn't work out because of certain factors or something that just wasn't clicking for me.
So it's a little bit of choice. It's a little bit of something else though.
Yeah,
doesn't work out.
Listen, I had a guy who had everything. He was giving me everything. He had a house, a good job. He would speak to me, call me queen all the time. But when I disagreed, he didn't like, you ain't shit. You ain't doing nothing.
Ooh, no.
Kind of like he was giving me everything, but he was verbally abusive. So it was
bipolar.
like,
absolutely
all right,
negative.
He's a good guy,
Yeah,
but
we can't have that.
you isn't proper.
He gave you everything, but what did you bring to the table?
Oh, here we go.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
I hear you, but I was
Yo,
trying to get out
Blaze.
of the situation. I'm like, and I'm like, okay, if you don't like what I'm bringing to the table, if I'm not bringing enough, why don't you let me go? He wouldn't let me go. So every time I would try to get out, he's like, no, you're not going nowhere. He actually told me the only way I'm getting out of the relationship is to jump in front of moving traffic.
Whoa.
Oh, so that's abusive.
All right, that's a whole different.
That's
type.
Yeah. You had to get up out of that one.
So how did that end between you and him?
It was kill or be killed type shit.
That's
Yeah,
therapy.
he was doing everything I wanted, going places, doing things, but he wasn't the nicest man.
So
he's a good guy, but
So what made you stick around?
it was a spiritual connection. Like,
you want to jump in traffic?
A spiritual connection.
Together.
I hear that a lot.
You should take baths together.
What?
No.
Wait, what?
Just because she said spiritual, it don't mean like bats and crystals.
Oh,
Okay,
all right. I was just asking.
And also before him, I wasn't really in a I've never been in a long committed relationship. So he would be like, maybe this is why the things that you're doing is keeping you from being in relationships. So now I'm thinking, is it him being controlling, or is it me doing the wrong thing and that's why I'm single all this time? So
How long y'all was together?
Almost a year. It was only 11 months.
So you stayed thinking it was you.
I stayed thinking it was me. This is why I'm single. This is why I haven't been with anyone, because maybe I'm doing the wrong things. And he's trying to call me out and doing the wrong things, but it just became too insecure.
That's gaslighting right there.
At 1 a.m. I had a curfew. Like, I'm 30.
Whoa, yeah, that nigga's
absolutely negative.
I hope you're the one that put him in front of the moving traffic. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, that sounds crazy shit.
A curfew.
Oh. Yeah.
My heart is beating.
It's like, is it okay for a woman in your relationship?
My nigga used to be like, yes, my queen. He come home like, yo, my dinner ain't ready yet.
I'm sorry. Yo, sis, was you like dickmatized? Because I can't
no. It was one of those things where I wasn't even trying to have sex because I felt like it was controlling. We would do it when
that shit would not have lasted no year. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And from the outside, people could look like, sis, what are you doing? Why you let him go? But if he ain't speaking to you right, you can't be with that.
That's a fact.
So hold up.
I'm still not getting what kept you with this spiritual connection. That's
There's so many reasons that people stay in relationships that aren't good for them, right? There's so many reasons. So I actually teach workshops on healthy relationships, on what it means to be in a healthy relationship, red flags to look for, how to break up with somebody in a way, which is a definite topic for me that we've got to deal with. All these different things. So people stay in relationships that aren't good for them for so many reasons. It could be because, in the beginning, shit is good in the beginning, right? When you start a relationship, everything is so good, right? And then and a lot of us have been conditioned to believe that if it's love or something like serious, then you deal with the bullshit, right?
Struggle love.
Exactly. And so we equate dealing with the bullshit with really caring. Oh, I must really care about you because I deal with X, Y, and Z. Oh, I am worthy of this because I allow myself to deal with X, Y, and Z. I'm putting in the work. And therefore, I should get the result that I want because I've been told my entire life that if I work this hard for something that I really want, I'm going to get it, right? So there are all these different narratives that we tell ourselves in order to continue a relationship. And it all changes. It varies from person to person.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
So
You got that on a pamphlet or something?
It's what I do. It's what I do.
It's natural. It's natural. It's natural.
What's up, Faith? What you got?
I can actually agree and relate to my girl's testimony about her relationship. And I've been in that type of situation for 3 years. So
Wow.
I struggled to like figure out what was the right move, when to make the right move. How do I do it? I'm scared. You know?
So it was the same verbal, spiritual connection, all that stuff going on?
Well, let me speak for the Leos, because Leos go off of connection. We go off of vibes. We go off of energy. So it's not necessarily a sexual thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, we love life. We love happiness. We love chilling. We love just having a good life. You know what I'm saying?
But I love all that too. I'm not a Leo.
I love all that too about it.
what is this, a Leo podcast?
Hey, man, I don't know. It just so happened. It just so happened, man.
But you know,
I do got something to say though.
All right, go ahead. I want to say something.
I want to know why not all females, but a lot of females bring their like the negativity from their past relationship into their present relationship.
The baggage.
It's called baggage.
Old baggage.
They do it too.
They bring that
We're not
mindset.
talking
They bring
about y'all. We're talking about y'all right now.
Yeah.
But why are we talking about us though? Because we're not the only ones who be doing that.
right.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what I'm saying.
But he asked the question though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could bring it
And
back
I'm
at
asking
us.
it back.
So
Right,
what's
but
the
I
question?
like
What's
answer
the
it.
question with a question.
Can't do the question with a question. Answer the question.
Question for the guys and girls.
Why do
Yeah, the
females
point is
bring
it's an
bad
invalid
experience from
question.
their past into their present relationship?
Everybody does that. It's
Because
called
they
trauma.
Not
haven't
everybody.
dealt with
Not
it.
everybody.
Nah.
Can't say everybody.
It's called trauma.
Nah.
I say because you haven't dealt with it. You haven't dealt with it. You haven't taken the time to be to yourself and take accountability of what you may have done in the relationship.
I was gonna say
You can't necessarily go through life thinking that you're a victim in every relationship that you're in. Sometimes you have to see that you may be the common denominator.
Or
I think a lot of times too, man, people don't really give themselves time to heal either. They want to jump in a relationship. This ain't fraud.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta give yourself time to heal.
I'm definitely guilty of jumping into a relationship and bringing old baggage. So,
but you know, it's the same though. You know what? How you get over?
I think it's more because I don't want to be alone. That's why I do that. The thought of being alone and doing a whole lot of shit by myself.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nigga say he don't want to be
for real.
alone.
That was like, oh.
Yo, fat nigga say he don't want to be alone. You know?
Nah, for real. I can't stay single for long, man. It's like I need.
Bro, you gotta take that time for yourself.
No, I learned that now.
Maria, talk to him, man. You gotta take time to yourself.
You do though. Healing takes time.
But how much time would you know when
it's up
safe
to
to
you.
go?
It changes. It varies from person to person, right? So, so healing, the general rule that people talk about is half the time of the relationship. So if y'all were together for a year, it's normal for it to take as much as 6 months, for example, right? Something like that. But it varies from person to person. Some people get over it real quick. Like I could be with someone for like a decade. 3 months down the road, I'm good. So everybody is different.
Different healing process.
So this is what happened to me.
Exactly.
I took the time and then I got into another relationship and something occurred that reminded me of what happened in the last relationship. So
baggage. Okay, go ahead.
So that means I'm not fully over. That's normal.
No, so it is normal. So the thing about trauma, we talk about this like in mental health in general, is that even when you're doing the work, it doesn't mean that you can't be hurting, right? You can be healing and hurting at the same time. It's not one or the other. So just because it doesn't mean that you didn't do the work. It just means that you got to keep on doing the work. And real trauma is continuous. It's going to hit you in different ways in different parts of your life.
Yeah, it sure does.
Right? So, it's a struggle. And it's the thing that we have to contend with as adults that are actually in, looking for a serious relationship, if that's what it is.
I also feel like if you're dealing with a trauma in relationship after relationship, I think it also stems from what I experienced and what I realized personally, that it can stem from your relationship with your parents or growing up. Childhood trauma travels to your relationships.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So there's generational trauma. There are things that we learn from our parents, how relationships are supposed to be. how are we supposed to act in relationships? What are we supposed to expect in a relationship? All of these different things. And then
Question.
as we get older, sometimes those patterns repeat and they aren't healthy. What's up?
Right.
So being that okay, so what about single moms that raise daughters? How would a woman know what a man is if they didn't have a man in their life?
Just because you don't have a partner doesn't mean you don't have a man in your life, right?
No, if your mom didn't have the let's say the dad was absent from your whole life, and then now you're looking for a man. So how would you know
What you looking for?
what to expect from a man, or how to be treated by a man if you saw what happened with your moms, but your dad wasn't there? So how would you figure out
First of all, you're assuming that because the father isn't there, the mother doesn't have any partner.
Right.
That would
No,
be
I'm not
assumption right
assuming.
there.
No, it's not an assumption. I'm saying, let's say she did not. How are you gonna find a man? Like, how are you supposed to know what a man is? How a man is supposed to treat you?
Can I jump in on this?
Jump
Yeah.
in.
Of course, go ahead, Ben.
I feel like sometimes you don't need to. I mean, I'm not going to say that knowing what to expect of a man or a type of man is supported and not supported with the absence or with the absence. But I do believe, like what you said before, about emulating the parents and being conditioned. Like you see it, so you want it, right? You grew up in it, so that's what you relate to. But in your example of the single mother, she might have been told what a good man could be.
Exactly.
And then she fostered an image about that and went searching for that man. So sometimes it's not exactly what's in front of you, it's what you manifest for yourself to have. Or, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it doesn't always have to be
I agree with that.
in your face. Sometimes you create it based off of your own energies and your own experiences, what your needs are, what your wants are, what your fantasies are. So it's not going to always be, I'm playing with a G.I. Joe, I want a G.I. Joe for a man. Like, it's not always dead in your face, I don't think.
I think
Like
personally,
Well said.
go through your experience to know what it is you're actually looking for. You know, you can think you're looking for one thing in a man, and then you find out it's not what you're looking for at all. Because my dad was very much present, but I keep picking the wrong men. Very much.
So you got situations like that.
Right.
So I know you got. So what you guys look for? Or I know you guys are of age, right? You guys are like born in '80s.
You asked if we're of age?
No, I'm saying.
Look, everybody doing this, and he asked it if we able.
Too late.
Hearing about Jeffrey Epstein.
Because, you know, I'm born in '80s, so times is different now than before.
That's
When you say of age, you mean over 21 or you mean of a certain age? Like, what are we talking about?
Certain age.
Right.
Okay.
So you guys, you know how it is now.
Dying.
Everybody's on social media trying to look. Some females, you know, it's hard to get
And males.
in a relationship
Okay.
now. Yeah, both. It's hard to get in a
Okay.
relationship now. So is it hard for you guys to get in a relationship as of right now? Because in the social media era.
Social media give you too many options, bro.
No,
You know what?
I
It is?
agree,
It's
it does.
easy to meet
Yeah.
people,
it does.
is what
Yeah.
it is.
Back in the day, you had to, they talk to somebody. You had
Yeah,
to
back
get
in the day it
on
was
the
easy.
phone,
You just talk.
You know what I'm saying?
chop it
Get on the
up.
phone call, talk to their mother, their dad before you even talk to them. It was crazy. Like you didn't have the option to be like, "Yo, she got on my nerves. I'm gonna just."
I love that.
hit
I
her
love
real
those
quick.
days. I ain't
I'm
gonna
be up
lie.
in their
Yeah.
DMs.
Me too.
Now it's like, yo, let me get your Instagram, let me get your DM. Oh, hit me up.
There was
Niggas is sexy.
discretion
Nope.
back in the
Yeah.
day. There was
Nobody really.
A lot of relationships lasted longer before social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You ain't had nobody to talk to.
I think social media plays a part in why some people it's hard for people to be in relationships, but it also can be an excuse to why you're not putting your effort into, if that's what you want. But some people see it as there's too many options out here. Like Blaze just said not too long ago, it's too many options out here. So it's like,
Yo, hold up.
Want to keep
If
people
y'all
search.
look, if y'all like, I'm talking to the ladies. If y'all in a relationship, does it matter if your guy posts you on social media or not?
Ooh,
No.
this is a deep one.
No.
Right here. This is a deep one right here. I got a baby mama because of that.
Yo,
You got a baby mama because you didn't post something on social media?
I'm dead, son.
Wait, so does it matter? Does it matter to y'all?
no.
doesn't matter to me.
See, I don't know. For me, I don't mind sharing. So if I'm posting us together, I would like you to feel comfortable posting us together. I mean, it's not that I need you to post to show people you're in a relationship, but If I'm posting, I don't want to look dumb being the only one posting.
Nah, but
So
why
if-
does that?
if
But why
y'all
does
in a
that even
relationship-
matter? Why does
let's
that even
say-
matter?
Let's say y'all, all 4 of you women are in a relationship for 4 years. Let's say 4 years, and your man never posted you. Would y'all have a problem with that?
Yes.
No.
Probably,
You
yeah.
would have a problem. Yes.
years,
So it does
guys-
matter.
I just came in your life.
So over
So
time, it
two
matters.
two
Level of
no's and
seriousness.
2 no's in 2 years or what? What was it?
I would
How
say
about y'all? Does it
no.
matter to y'all?
Huh?
Let me flip that. Let me flip that. Does it matter to y'all?
I don't really
I
don't
don't
give a
care.
shit.
Social media is
low-key
social
with it.
media. Social media is what you want people to
That doesn't
believe.
define my
People
relationship. I
don't
don't
use
really care about
look,
that.
look, hold on. People
I'm
don't
a
use
pro-
social media for what it's supposed to be for, to socialize, to promote things, to do whatever. They flipped it, and now people hollering at each other like we just spoke about, and all types of other stuff. So me personally, I don't care. I post probably like once a year, or whatever.
Right. So that's
Like, you know what I'm
different though. So
Me, I don't care either. I'm a private person. I always
I-
been.
I
My close
respect that.
friends, my close friends, people I talk to every day, they don't know who I'm in a relationship with.
Exactly.
I don't care about who's on social media to care about where
The
I'm going.
associates. They
Right.
don't matter.
I don't
See,
care
look,
about that
all
shit.
That's
this
different.
right here.
See,
All
but
this.
here's the thing though. You just said, I think when it comes to social media, it has to do with claiming somebody, right? It has to do with being comfortable enough to say, this is the person I'm walking through my life with at this moment.
Right.
So if you're already doing it with all the people that matter, then it doesn't matter if it's posted to social media. You know what I'm saying? You already introduced me to your mother, whatever it is, right? So forget about Facebook. The important stuff is already handled.
Got bang. There you
But
go.
If you
if
wanna
go.
none of that is happening, we got
Hold
a
on, it's a
problem.
butt. What's the butt? What's the butt?
I heard a
I
butt.
said, but if none of that is happening, if you're not introducing me to your homies, if I'm not meeting, your close peoples, and you're not putting me on social media, then we got a problem.
All
Because
right.
then obviously we're not on the same page about how serious we are.
All right.
Does that make sense?
So if he's doing
complete
everything
sense.
outside of social media, that's fine. But if you don't go on social media, you're not worried about it because you
No,
already met
that's-
the whole family, all
please.
that stuff.
I mean, would that stem from
Sound
insecurity? Because you feel like, oh, he ain't claiming me, he got to be talking to somebody else?
I've been told that too. So
It's
Because
not
I
even
feel
about
like-
claiming anybody else. It's just like, listen, if you're the kind of person that posts every day about what food you're eating, where you're walking to, what errands you're running, but you don't talk about me and we spend like 6 hours a day together, there's something wrong. You know what I'm saying? But if you're the kind of person that posts once a year, I don't expect you to be posting about me. Come on.
That'd be me.
Come on.
I'll be posting like once a year and it'd be
Once
like,
a year. My birthday and a holiday or something like that.
birthday and Christmas.
Birthday wishes, I appreciate y'all.
That's it.
That's it. Right.
it.
and
So
my-
look, y'all heard about, I'm pretty sure everybody on here heard about the
Yeah, you cut off Faith, bro.
Come
What
on,
happened?
Molly.
Oh, Faith, you
Let me-
talking?
Oh, my fault.
Oh,
my
go
fault.
ahead.
I was just saying something real quick, just saying
No,
that
go ahead.
I know how that feels because I was the one that posted less, but without like, oh, let me show the world. It was just like, let me share my moment. And with him, like, post my babe, post me, blah, 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 whatever. But then he would come at me and be like, I post you way more than you post me. And I'm like, well, does
Insecurities, man.
That's insecurity.
That's insecurities.
Do we have to use social media as a tool to profess our love to each
No.
other or how
No.
genuine we are?
Listen, my next
There are
girl
no
cannot
rules.
have no social media, Instagram, Facebook, nothing.
You don't want her to
You
have
want me to be
social
single
media?
And I'll cut mine off too, because
Be single forever. Okay,
it's an
cool,
annoyance.
cool.
It's an
Mel,
annoyance.
Blaze hurt.
So time out.
Blaze hurt.
Time out. You got a whole fucking podcast and you
No,
don't
no.
want her to.
That's not social media. That's not social media. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. This is
not.
media and we're being social.
Yo, bro,
Right.
you gotta promote it on social media.
Mel, Blaze
There you
hurt.
go.
Nah, somebody else doing that.
You heard? Big hurt.
Somebody else doing that.
Oh,
Come on now, Blaze. Come on, let's be real. I know you drinking that wine right now. Let's be real right now. Come on now.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No social media, man.
This is social media.
When I say no social
Maybe
media,
we should talk
I mean
about
that.
why you don't want that to happen. Is there something that happened in your past that you don't want anybody
No,
to be
I
on
just
social
don't
media
feel-
when you're dating them?
I just
He
don't
got
feel
a
that it's
childhood
necessary.
trauma.
Nah, I just don't feel that it's necessary.
You got a little cut.
Because y'all made my point. It's not necessary. You saying if y'all, huh?
It's not the make or break of a relationship.
That's all that I'm saying. It's not necessary.
But
You could have one, but it's not necessary to do the whole
That's not what
posting
you
and
said,
the.
though, bro.
Do you have one though? Are you asking for what you're giving?
Ooh, I don't mind deleting my shit. I'll delete all this shit. That's the thing with me. I got you. I got you.
Let me duck. Nah.
I don't mind no type of compromise in a relationship. Like it's about what makes each other happy. So if I don't want social media, I'm supposed to compromise with some type of way. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Now you might have somebody that it makes them happy. Like that's you know about love language.
You might have somebody that uses social media as work too.
Right.
Well, that's different.
Their business.
That's different. You got to be making some serious bread. Talk about some work for social media.
Oh,
nah, you don't.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
High standards.
That's an intern job right there, but okay.
I'm kidding.
If you're secure in your relationship and you're secure within yourself that you're doing right by the person you with in your union, then nothing should really bother y'all. Nothing should be fucking with y'all because y'all control that.
All right, bet. Let's say you post a fly picture. Somebody comment at the bottom, your spouse is tight. Then what?
Oh, you came out real quick with that. Okay.
That's an issue too on social media. You post a fly picture. You see a man post a fly picture and a girl post at the bottom. I like that.
Or little hard eyes emojis.
Or who is this bitch commenting on your page? And then she start liking every
girl
picture.
Ain't like that. Every girl ain't like that. Every girl ain't like that though. Every girl ain't like that.
You're right, but it does happen.
Saying that.
So you telling me you're not gonna be curious if the same girl comment on all your man pictures?
That's different. That's different.
It could be cat.
But that's social media.
There's so many things it could be though. It could be another guy checking your guy as a girl. It could be anything. So how do you
spies out there? You heard?
Yourself? Oh, you posted a nice pic, babe. At least you ain't posted an ugly pic. But let them.
I get it.
Let them comment.
For me, I'm not a jealous person. You post a picture and somebody continues to comment and like on your shit, I'm be like, damn, well that's mine, but okay.
So you're not gonna click on a profile, see who is it commenting?
I might still click on a profile, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna bring it up or make a entire deal out of that.
That's all I'm asking.
Or so then I'm gonna be like, the only reason she's liking your pictures like that is because she doesn't know you're taking. That's the only way I'm like.
Right, so it comes back to the whole posting your mate.
So I can't be mad at her for liking my man's picture if he's not posting me and him for her to know we're together.
Ooh.
That's when he needs to post it. It's like, all right, I see this girl.
Right, so social media does matter.
But then it goes back.
Posting does matter.
I don't give a damn about that. Like I don't give a damn about what nobody else posts. Like my circle real small. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you know who I fuck with, all them other people don't care to me. They can post if they want to post. If you can't handle that, then like you said, we gotta go.
I don't know, cause your baby mama might be mad.
Hey.
Trust, you mad? Think like this.
Yo, look, y'all all heard about the Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, August Alsina thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm down with the 3
Look. What do y'all feel about open relationships? You in a relationship, would you grant your mate access to the world? What do y'all feel about open relationships?
I don't think many people mentally strong enough for that kind of shit. I don't think people mentally strong enough for that.
I can't. I'm selfish. Fuck that.
I mean, there's too many.
I agree.
Rules in it.
I'm old school.
I've been in open relationships before.
Yeah, talk about it, Maria. Talk about it.
Listen, let me just tell y'all.
Can I get your number after the show?
This nigga taking a drink on that.
Okay with you. So when I do workshops about healthy relationships, the number one thing that I stress all the time is communication. If you cannot tell your partner your needs and expect them to be respected and accepted, then you're not with the person that's for you. Point blank, period, right? You have to be able to tell somebody who you are. They have to be able to show you, tell you who they are, and y'all can accept each other. You may not like everything about them, but to accept each other, right? So given that, in any kind of relationship, as long as everybody's really honest about what they need to be fulfilled and the other person is okay with that, then that's what happens, right? So it could be being in an open relationship. It could be, I don't know, like whatever it is.
Sounds like a
but
threesome
as long
to me.
as y'all...
Question.
What's up?
So let's say you in an open relationship and the guy is so good that you're like, you know what? I want him to myself. Then what? The rules gonna change, right?
Then you have a conversation about it. Like, that's the point.
What if he's like, yo, I thought we was good. Then what if he don't want what you want now? Because the initial agreement
then you
was.
decide. So the whole point of honesty and integrity is being true to yourself, being courageous enough to tell people who you are, and being met with an honest answer. So if you tell me who you are and I'm just like, you're dope. There are so many things about you that I like, but that's a deal breaker for me. I'm sorry about that. I got to be strong enough to walk away.
Yeah, but if you're
you got to be strong enough to accept, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
If you're in an open relationship, you're talking to two dudes and they both in love with you, and you pick one, the other dude's you never know what the other dude could do to just try to fuck the whole shit up.
Really might lose your.
That's all about choices, though, I guess.
I understand, but you don't know what the other dude could do.
Who cares what the other dude could do if that's what you're choosing?
You made it
exactly.
I mean,
people die over pussy every day.
That's a fact, true fact.
That's exactly it. Listen, if I'm honest with you and I tell you, listen, I'm seeing 4 different people. I'm seeing 2 women, 2 men right now besides yourself. This is what's going on with me and them. And you're like, all right, cool. I'm cool with that. Then you made your decision. Because I'm being honest and I'm telling you who I am, right? You have the decision. You can walk away anytime you want to. Ain't nobody holding you back, right? Yeah. So that's what that is. So no matter what it is, maybe.
So what type of relationship would you have if it's a bunch of relationships within your relationship?
It's called polygamy, boo. It happens, right? So some people.
That's crazy.
That's the morning.
And that's part psychological, isn't it?
Of course, definitely is.
How so?
It's a mental thing. Knowing that your partner's
it
talking to somebody
just happens. We as people, we evolve, right? So who I wanted and what I wanted when I was 20 is different now that I'm 35, right? The things that I want to do now are different from who I was then. But at every stage of your life, as long as you are honest and able to tell people what your needs, how your needs are going to be met, what your needs are, that's the main thing about relationships. That's what that is.
Honest from the gate.
Basically. Listen, if somebody lies to you, if somebody deceives you because, you left yourself vulnerable, that's on them. But you basically told them who you are, and they got to make the decision about whether they wanted to be with you or not.
So why do we stay in toxic relationships then? Why do we try to fix or have hope that it'll get better?
You don't want to start over.
People scared of being alone. You said it earlier. You scared of being alone.
You just said
y'all was laughing at me for being alone. Now you saying it now.
I wasn't laughing.
I'm the person. We're trying to build a structure. There's a broken spot, a broken area. Let's fix it so we can build together. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. If we have a patch and we fix it, if we can't, then we gotta go apart.
Because sometimes we know in our heart the shit ain't gonna work, but we still try to hope that it would, and you keep trying.
And go 100%. Before I walk away, I tried 100%, no regrets. I tried it there, I didn't like it there. Now I'm going.
I haul ass.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm done. I think some people have in their mindset that they can change a person, but a person has to change on their own.
Mindset.
And they have to want to change on their own. You can't affect free will.
I definitely had that mindset.
I was in
spades. You cannot force a renege in spades. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a toxic relationship for like 8 years, and it was bad. But I finally just said, "Fuck it. This is a wrap. It's not gonna change."
You good? I'm in a toxic relationship for the rest of my life. 18.
That's for the rest of your life.
That's another question. So let's say the relationship is messed up and you end up pregnant. So why do y'all keep the child in hopes?
You said you end up pregnant.
Yeah.
Magically.
You don't end up.
It would happen.
How many parents are on here? Who has kids? I got kids.
Well, half of us got kids. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I didn't see who else was it? I saw Blaze and Mel.
Yeah,
Me too. That one.
So
okay,
four people got kids.
So for me, right, when I decided to become a mom, I made sure to tell my partner. I'll never forget it. I went to him and I was like, listen, I decided to become a mom. this is my decision, right? You have to tell me what you want to do so that I can navigate my life, right? That was just my personal choice, right? That was the way that I dealt with motherhood. But we all have different choices. You know, we all see life differently. The reasons that I became a mom are not necessarily the reasons other people become a mom, whether or not you're in a healthy relationship.
When you told him that, what was the status of your relationship? Was it healthy? Was it on the rocks? Was it what?
It was definitely on the rocks.
So that's why you told him that.
Rocks.
That's why you told him that. So
yeah.
But I mean, did he did it to think that it would fix the relationship?
Right.
No. So I was basically in a point in my life where I just knew
it wouldn't matter what his answer was.
Basically, that's what it is. That's why I said I decided to become a mom. This is my decision. This is what I'm going to do with my life.
You went to like a little sperm donor, like a little. You chose
what
him
happened?
as a sperm donor.
I don't know. I was 24 at the time. Listen, I don't know who I was at 24. I do know that I knew enough about life to know that I was ready for this big step in my life, no matter who it was or whatever it was. At that time in my life, I knew that I wanted that baby.
So you chose to have a kid. What about the men? All the other men, you chose to have a kid, or it just happened?
Me? I didn't want.
It just happened, bro. It just happened.
Everybody's stuttering now.
I didn't want it because I know the status of my relationship. It was finished, so I didn't want my child to come into that knowing that.
Happens, man. Whole lot of Hennessy is over.
It happened opposite for me. I was with someone for only 2 months and I got pregnant, so I didn't really know him.
So you just You just jumped in and you went straight.
How old is your child now?
Now he's turning 10 this year.
Oh, happy birthday!
And that's it.
That's amazing.
But at the time I was 20 and his dad was.
Y'all got grown ass kids, man.
Yep.
Got me depressed right now.
But yeah, at the time he was 18 and I was 20. So, and I knew I was against abortion. So I was like, we're having this baby.
That's exactly everybody has
I had to expect it because young. I didn't
it ain't a man's choice because the man, they don't even let a man in the office and don't even ask me how I know.
First of all, maybe a coronavirus times they don't, but back in the day.
Trying to kick down the door.
Yo.
Secondly,
you in there trying to have that baby?
When you decided to have sex, you knew that there was a possibility that act could result in a child. Okay? So don't tell me that you didn't have a choice.
I told my friend that the other day.
If I was sober, it probably never would have happened.
You telling me you was raped?
Whoa.
Oh.
Who was raped?
You just told me that you didn't have informed consent. Are you telling me you was raped?
Chico, you got raped?
Nah. What? Damn, she took it deep. Nah.
Yes, I did. Because you don't get to talk about a woman taking advantage of you to have a kid and not have all the hard questions thrown at you. It don't work that way.
He was drinking. He didn't know what he was doing. He was drinking.
Everybody taking a sip on that one. I don't even have nothing to drink right now.
I had 3 condoms in my pocket and I got her pregnant. How does that happen?
Yeah, you was not one of them shits.
POG.
You didn't grab one and neither did she. So both of y'all.
Well, there you go.
That too, you heard?
The oldest trick in the book, when you're drunk, you listen to shit like that.
POGW, you heard? Pull out game week.
Yeah. That's it. It sounds like you're making excuses, to be honest with you.
Law is law.
Law is law. That's what you was on.
I want to change his dad. He's a great dad now. So it's like, things happen for a reason.
Everything does happen for a reason.
People really come into your life to teach you a lesson so you don't fuck up ahead. You know, it's really a lesson learned. And
one of y'all microphones got air coming out to hear it. I think it's Daphne's.
I don't know.
Hey,
hear it?
Yeah. You remember a couple? Maybe it's a year or two. You remember the Aisha Curry situation?
What happened?
She was in a whole relationship with Steph Curry.
Oh.
She was like how women throw themselves at him, but
she wants attention too.
She felt some type of way that no guys were trying to talk to her.
Yeah.
And
mind you, she did say that Steph was giving her attention, but she wants it. She wants to hear she's beautiful from other guys.
Other men.
But you're hearing all of this shit from your husband, but you're not satisfied with your man.
Out. That'd be feet out. You're feet out for attention.
Because
that don't make sense.
That sounds like a domestic.
Words of affirmation is her love language.
Yo, face.
She's being told by her husband that she's beautiful. Yes, she wants to be told by other men also. Every man wants a woman.
Why does that even matter?
But I'm
Do you
just
not
saying,
want a woman
I
another
think
man
she was saying it because
Listen,
Wait, hold on. What you said? What you said?
Repeat that?
Do you not want a woman that other men would like to have?
Listen,
Oh,
if my girl
listen.
if my girl is bad and other dudes is hollering at her, I know what I got. I'm good.
So
I already
now,
know what time it is. As long as she don't entertain it, I'm good.
Thank
so
you.
guys aren't looking at your female at all. It's not gonna make you feel a type of way.
No, why
people looking at her.
If you walk in
she with me?
and you know she's bad and nobody's complimenting her, like you're not gonna feel
She's
a
with
type of
me.
way.
So
you know
what's
they
My
are.
question is, with them being celebrities, who the fuck is giving her compliments? What?
That too.
The other niggas he playing on the court with?
Yo,
like
I
he
like
playing
her.
ball
She-
with? I don't get that.
No, that's
No.
The
a fact.
basics, right? The basics.
I didn't understand that.
Fab already know. You seen me do this post on Aisha Curry a minute ago. What was that,
Yeah.
last year?
Yeah.
So I think it's fucking stupid, first of all, because why do you feel like you need the validation of somebody
Other
outside
guys,
of your
yeah.
relationship that you've been with forever? Which
Right.
makes me think, we going back to the childhood trauma. Did you not have a father figure in your life to tell you, you're beautiful, I love you, blah, 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 for you to have that confidence instilled in you? Or like he literally married you. So
And got kids and all
Not
type
only
of stuff.
did he marry her, she stated that he does give her compliments.
So what the fuck is the problem?
You're disregarding his compliment because you want outside to give you compliments.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
That's crazy, man.
I'm gonna go.
That goes to show y'all can't be satisfied. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna go.
How does one person?
Don't say y'all.
How does one
Don't say y'all.
Why does
Don't be generalized. Don't be generalizing.
I'm on my bullshit. I'm on my bullshit. Go ahead.
Yo, Blaze about to get
I
ethered, boy.
I see.
That's why he drinking that wine heavy.
Relax. Yo.
You drink wine out of all those selections on the back of your joint?
Huh?
You pick wine out of all that selection behind you?
Me? No, I'm drinking this.
No, I got the wine. He got.
But it's mixed with
Crown.
wine though. It's mixed with wine.
He bougie, man. He bougie.
Yeah, right?
We're on that white Henny. It's about to be a wrap, though.
I got a question real quick. It's something I'm really trying. This is like some real deep shit I'm trying to decipher, right?
Oh shit.
All right. When it comes to women, right? How do you decipher between a woman expressing herself or just bitching? Like I can't ever get that. Like to me, it's the same shit. So I'm trying to figure it out.
Well,
I think it gets crazy because girls, we like to be
What,
heard.
called crazy?
like to be verbal.
We like to express.
But there's a difference between expressing yourself and just straight bitching. Like it's like they just repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Like to me, that's bitching. That's not expressing yourself.
I think
That
that's
means
why
that
they
you
start
didn't
bitching.
change if I got to keep on repeating myself, first of all.
Yeah, I think
That means
that's
you
why
ain't
they
changing. You
start
ain't listening to me.
What is she complaining about? Something in the relationship?
You said what happened?
What is she complaining about? Something in your relationship?
Oh, I don't know.
If she's repeating,
You do know. You asked the question.
Right. You actually do know.
I actually do know, though. So you just don't want to be
Back
saying it
now,
out
because
loud.
your baby mama's gonna watch the video. Just
You know what I
say
mean?
how she be nagging your ass. And
Yeah, she gonna hate me regardless. It don't matter.
Yo, she is serious, man.
she's complaining about you not taking out the garbage, and you still don't take out the garbage. I'm complaining every day until you take out the garbage.
Thank you.
I thought women were fighting for independence.
I'm bad for that because I'm
Island
not
girl will
gonna
put that shit on your
myself.
bed.
Facts.
I'm gonna eventually take that shit out on my own, and then he's probably gonna be like, "Well, why you ain't let me do it?" I'm like,
That's a Leo in you. That's a Leo in you.
I'm gonna be
That's a
proud.
Leo. That's a Leo.
Yo, it's not the Leo
Oh, well.
podcast. It's not the Leo podcast.
Good
That's a
job.
Leo in you. I'm just
It's not
saying.
the Leo podcast.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's not the Leo podcast.
You know what
I'm
it
just
is? Let me
saying.
lay it
I'm
on
just
you. I was with somebody for almost 11 years, y'all. Almost 11 years, okay?
Sorry for
I'm
your
talking
bad.
about we lived in 3 countries, had 2 kids, a mortgage, 2 cars, and the whole shebang, okay?
God damn.
Damn,
like
yes. Okay? So, listen, my thing is, if I gotta tell you the same thing over and over again, after a while, I ain't gonna say it no more. I'm gonna do it my damn self. And if this keeps on repeating, I'm gonna be like, so wait a minute. If I'm doing this, what the hell do I need you here for? Okay? So it's a division also of responsibilities within a relationship. If I feel like I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and I need you to do A, B, and C, and you ain't doing A and B. What you here for? Okay, so that's just what that is.
Got it. Yo, I got a question for the ladies. My fault. That shit getting to me a little bit. But listen, y'all in a relationship, right? The guy's the perfect guy, perfect gentleman. Like something like Marie. Y'all got the house, y'all got the car, y'all got everything. He's great, family man, loves the family loves him, everything, but he's not good in the bed.
Ooh. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Is that a deal breaker?
Is that a deal
Definitely
breaker?
a deal breaker. Listen, I just had to
Wait, what? Damn!
Hold on. I gotta hear this answer one at a time. Because
yeah, somebody go ahead.
Not for me. Because things can be learned and taught. You don't just go into a relationship automatically thinking that the same moves you used on a girl back when you was in fucking high school or in college is gonna work on everybody. That shit's not gonna work on everybody. So it's about communication, asking questions, and communication without comprehension is no fucking point. So if I tell you this is how I like so and so and so, and you ignore that, then you're not listening to me. Or if I ask you, what do you like? How do you know? You're not going to automatically know what somebody likes sexually. Everybody is different.
Right.
So you have to ask questions.
What if, anyway, go ahead, ladies. Go ahead.
Well,
You had a follow-up.
The steps that you went through, knowing that he's bad in bed, talking about buying a house and a car and all that.
So you wouldn't even let it get there? You wouldn't let it get there?
I would already know if you're bad in bed or not. It's not a deal breaker for me. It's like she said, it's about communication. But if we've communicated and nothing's still happening, then
That's a deal breaker.
You know, then you walk away. But I'm not buying a house and cars with you knowing that you're still not giving me what I'm asking you for. Absolutely not.
So it's a deal breaker.
So it's about making the right moves at the right time, because that's kind of a gauge kind of a thing, right?
Yep.
So how long is too long of a wait? Let's say he's trying to figure out after y'all told him.
Look, everybody born what they born with.
Huh?
2 years max. And that's January.
2 years max?
Yeah,
That goes for marriage too, cause y'all be ready to let a nigga throw a ring on it.
No, I'm not saying yes to a ring before that's fixed. That's the rest of my life. That means I can't have sex with nobody else unless we go to some group sex.
Yeah.
What the hell she said?
Hold on.
Yo.
What she said?
Some men are with that, so a man can give you everything. But if I'm into having group sex, like I would like to go with my partner to one of those secret sex clubs. Like, yeah, we should go do that.
So you're into that?
I tried going through the process. You have to get
check your mains.
We all about an open relationship.
Relax.
No, we good.
I haven't been to one because I don't really have a partner that's ready to go that limit. But if
So you're into that?
Yeah, I'd be into that. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
If my partner's not into that, then if you're gonna be the other person I'm having sex with, it better be good.
So Daphne, I got a question for you, right? Because if he's not good, are you introducing that to make it potentially better for your sex life?
But it's for the spice.
If we're only committed to you, and if you're not able to give me the sex that I'm wanting for, you have to be open to want to go in the group sex, so that I can go with somebody else. At least you're there.
I applaud that.
I have a question. I have a question on that.
Hold on.
I'm going home with you, but I'm still being satisfied with your presence, with your permission, and I'm gonna let you be satisfied by another woman too. I'm not gonna be jealous if I know your dick's not satisfying me. Go for it. Honey.
No, the reason why you're not jealous is because he ain't satisfying you. That's why.
Exactly. If he was satisfying
so
me,
what if he's satisfying the other woman but not you? Then you're gonna get jealous. You're gonna say, "Oh, why you couldn't do that to me?"
But what if it was the other way around?
I changed numbers. We're going to a location. You're never gonna see her again unless you see her walking the street on the train. But
damn, says you're gonna put her in the trunk or something. You say you're never gonna see her ass again.
Need a refill.
What if it was the other way around?
Shit.
You can't limit me to wanting to go have group sex if your sex is bad. I give you 2 years max to fix it, and if not, it's a deal breaker.
Oh, he gotta earn. He gotta earn that. He gotta earn.
So
that.
what if you married and he just start flopping on you? What if it was popping in the beginning and then he just start?
How does that happen?
That sounds like a medical issue.
Yeah. Oh man.
The same damn thing. It does sound like a medical issue.
I can't. Well, I can't. No, minus the medical issue. I'm saying, in the beginning. No, this is not me. I'm talking about. I'm saying. In the beginning,
they got a medical issue.
No, hell no.
Bro got a medical issue.
Oh, listen.
That now. Okay.
I'm saying in the beginning of relationships, everything is on point. That's what I'm saying. So after like the same 2 years, he starts declining. Y'all ain't smashing as usual. He ain't touching you as usual. Like things start to be inconsistent. That's what I'm saying.
Well, then that becomes a conversation because it's noticeably something wrong. Something's changed. Why did it change? What happened? Are we good? What's going on? Let's talk about it. You was lit before. Now what happened?
Right. What if he just got
or wait, hold on. Look, bro. Or it could be a medical issue. I'm just saying.
It's stupid, man.
Do we need to go to
No, I'm saying if damn, how can I say this one? You like him, whatever, but his size is not good enough for you. Y'all gonna leave?
No.
It's like, it's slow.
Size matters for y'all?
Because I've dealt with a guy, he wasn't big, but the sex was good. I think that's because I was emotionally in it, though.
Right.
Yep.
You compensated. You compensated.
When you actually
like she had to compensate for a nigga. What?
Wait, she said I compensated?
It's just facts, though. When you like somebody, every little thing that they do lights you on fire.
Because women are emotional beings when it comes to being sexual. We not wired like how men are. Y'all could just have sex and be done or whatever. We have to be in tune with a person. We have to actually like you. I've never slept with somebody I didn't like.
So it's a connection. That's what they said. If y'all cheat, that y'all whole.
That's exactly it's a connection thing. It hurt us harder.
Because
we know y'all cared about that shit. Being do want to do to smash anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it.
We made up.
That is horrible.
Hold on, the single ladies. Anybody ever cheat?
No.
Did we ever cheat?
Did any of the single ladies? Look, she had to think about it. Maria, what's going on?
Faith said like this.
Young, though. I was like,
she said I wouldn't call it cheating, but.
Hey, no, you saw Faith said like this.
I gotta explain it, but go ahead.
It happened.
Okay,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, it happened. It was one of those things. I was going through some shit, and it manifested in that way. You live, you learn, you get better.
Look how she tried to brush that joint off.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
I like that answer. Smooth answer.
Listen, smoothing out. In and out.
But that's what that is.
All right, Faith, what's going on? You want to explain that or no?
All right, so
shit.
It was a situation. I think this was the second time around. So we were together first. He cheated. We broke up. And we got back together. We got back together, and it didn't feel like there was a shift for the better the second time around. And I felt like he was on my back a lot, trying to watch me because of what happened to me by him. And after a while, it was just like, give a fuck about your feelings. Like, I got caught up in a moment, and that's what it was. But the next week, I broke up with him because I felt bad about being, like letting myself get like that, because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to,
that's not who you are.
I just don't want to do that. So I told him, I was like, we're not gonna work. It's not gonna work because I'm not stable here. So I gotta go.
You did it because of what was the reason for you to do it?
Because
like a tit for tat thing or what?
It wasn't a tit for tat. It was more so like I just was like, fuck it, because things was going on even in the second go around.
So why didn't you just break up with him instead of cheating and then breaking up? I got a
question. So how did you? Hey! All right, go ahead.
Let it talk.
I don't feel like I was secure anymore. I didn't feel safe anymore.
Right, but you cheated and then broke up when you realized, it ain't gonna work. You knew it wasn't gonna work before the breakup, so why didn't you break up and then?
Well, no.
So that way you don't have cheating under your belt.
I felt my weakness, and then I said, I can't do this to this man. I gotta let him go.
But he did it to you, so why not? But he did
when
it
he
to
did
you.
it to you, why you just didn't break up with him?
I did.
No, after you cheated, you said.
Right.
Yeah, you
caught her.
When
she caught it. It's over.
When he got caught, I let him go.
Okay, and y'all got back
And
together.
then y'all got back
you cheated
together.
on him.
We got
I
back
gotta step away for like 1 second.
So you forgave but never forgave.
How long y'all was?
Something like that. It's
was like a hope thing. Like,
how long was the break? How long was the break?
It might have been in 2 months.
So during those 2 months, you got an extra arsenal in your clip.
Yeah.
So you did what you got together, but how'd you know who to sleep with? You had a dude, you had
They always got that dude, bro. They always got that dude.
Women always got somebody.
look at Daphne smiling.
Look
Look, she got that
Daphne.
dude right now. Look.
Yeah, they always got that dude, man.
It's always someone waiting and available, but I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You're not gonna go and cheat. You know.
So y'all always got a lineup just in case y'all break up with your dude.
So how do y'all feel about if the guy has
Not for me.
has somebody?
It's self-control. Like, I just have conversations with people. They may be emotionally attached to me, but I'm already invested in a relationship, so my emotions go into consideration.
But there you go again with the options. You're never gonna fully commit if you always got an option out there.
Absolutely not.
You can't walk my way. You can't walk my way without a leg.
Talk about it, Chico.
And if you're in a happy relationship, why would you want to have options?
But they're not
having options. Now you're talking the language of y'all, because y'all don't get loyal that fast.
Oh man,
I do. I'm speaking for myself, but I'm asking y'all a question. Since y'all are so loyal, why is it that y'all have an option, being that you're in a stable and happy and healthy relationship? What's the purpose of the option?
Women scared to be alone.
Well, for me, they're not there as an option.
Was it like a backup in case your man decided not to act right?
Nah.
No,
I don't think we have one in the chamber. I think the niggas is always out. They always praying. They always looking. They're always testing. So there's always somebody there watching your bitch while you with your bitch.
I co-sign that.
You cannot stop nobody from looking at nobody, though.
That
goes both ways. It's how you respond.
Interfering.
Right, but just because there's an option doesn't mean I'm responding to the option, right?
That's what I said. It's a response. I think two of y'all just said y'all have options and it's just conversation. So what if the person that's not in a relationship that is enjoying y'all conversations oversteps his boundaries? So then what? You gonna just cut him off? Because y'all enjoying the conversation too, obviously.
Yeah, how would he
don't cut him off?
His boundaries, though.
You just have to just make that choice.
Blaze got the sex therapist caught up right now.
Blaze is tight.
Yeah. He said the sex therapist. What
Blaze, that wine is hitting you. What kind of wine you drinking?
Oh my god!
He drinking that in a Chevy.
It's a special blend. It's a special blend.
Special blend.
I'm dead. Nah, but this is my thing. You guys are in the whole relationship. When do you have time to have options? That means you're entertaining other niggas.
Probably had options way before that.
Exactly.
Shit, okay. So what's the purpose of getting in a relationship if you're still trying to
figure shit out?
And it doesn't mean that you have to have.
That's how you get caught up, because I always did that too. I always kept my options, and that's how you get caught up.
Because there were options before.
That's how you got caught up.
Hey!
That's not how that works, though.
She aiming at me the full clip.
I'm not, though. So there's this saying, people think that everybody else sins the way that they sin, right? So that the way that you are, you're assuming that everybody else be doing the same damn thing, but it doesn't work that way. Just because that's how you handle your situation doesn't mean that that's how I handle my situation. But you think it's justified because you do it, so you assume that everybody else does it. That's how that works.
Smoke.
Damn.
Maria, I fucks with her.
It look like all the women about to be best friends, boy.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't, man. It is what it is.
What?
Numbers don't lie.
It's this. My fault.
Oh my god.
I have a
Listen, so how about y'all? Like, you've been asking us all these questions this whole time. How about y'all? Like, what is it with y'all? Why are you guys single?
I'm single because I want to be.
Okay.
I want to be.
I'm not single.
I want to be, but I don't want to be. It's like,
what does that mean?
Because he's lonely.
Means
He's lonely, but he don't want to be lonely.
Chill, the wine. Come on.
Well, describe the nature of the man is what she's asking you. Like, why is a man single?
The man
Why
like
is a man?
I can't speak for everybody. I'm single because I don't want to. I feel like I still need to give myself time. I don't want to put myself back into a situation where I'm paranoid or worried that she would do something to trigger something that I've been through already. So I just wanted to chill and we could do the friend thing, you know, keep the whole honesty thing going. But taking that step to say she's mine, I'm hers, I don't know about that as yet. I do want it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I am staying single.
No, I'm saying, are you working on your triggers?
Yeah. As far, definitely. Because I don't want to be by myself. Like I said, I do want to, you know what I'm saying? Because I passed up good women in my life because I'm afraid to do that again and then mess up. And it wouldn't be because of them. It would be because of me. Because I've experienced it because of my own self.
Accountability.
And self-evaluation.
Right.
When you're trying to find the right person, you take a look at yourself first and see what it is that you need and what you can give. So,
right.
Because that's half of the relationship, what you could do for it, not what somebody could give you, and you be happy. What can you do to make somebody happy?
I feel like happiness is within yourself.
That's first.
Yeah. You gotta be
first and foremost.
Yeah. You gotta.
If you're broken,
I don't go into relationships looking to be happy. I'm looking to continue to be happy. It's a difference. If I'm coming here to be happy, I'm depressed. I'm broken. So I stay away from that.
Ladies, any more questions, ladies? What's up? I know
What
y'all got
do
some
y'all
stuff
consider a
written
good
down.
man? Y'all asked us you guys asked us in the beginning, what do we consider a good man? What do y'all consider a good man? Because I'm assuming this is aspirational, right? This is who you want to be. So who is a good man?
I can tell you, I can say whatever. And I'm pretty sure they can say whatever too.
Yeah.
Okay, so say
what's the whatever? Go ahead, Melly Mel.
What's a good woman? Y'all should be asking.
No, we asking.
No, but that's not what I'm asking though.
What you asking? A good man? What's a good man?
What do you think
a guy that
man
provides, a guy that does what he has to do, a guy that
as such.
Say what?
What you say?
No, I said provide, treat a woman as such, take care of the house, family, whatever, all that. But sometimes that's not even enough.
Yo, why is it that my bank account defines me as a man?
It doesn't though.
Ooh, who told you that, Blaze?
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm only asking. Because if I don't have my bread right, y'all not really trying to mess with me. That's why y'all have those other options to see where they at with them.
Blaze out here bagging strip club joints.
Oh, baby.
Nah, Blaze is coming with some underlying shit. Blaze like,
I'm just saying.
hurt you, boo? Who
I'm
hurt
asking.
you?
I'm asking.
Blaze hurt. Blaze need therapy. You're
chill.
I think that's
Maria. He needs a personal one-on-one session.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Come on.
I think that's rooted back to the whole old school feeling of stability in the man, because back in the days the man was the carrier. The man took care of everything.
But you know times change, right?
Times have changed, yeah, and now we love taking care of y'all. Same thing.
Why we gotta take care of each other.
Exactly.
In what sense, Faith? What you talk about? What you mean?
Oh, she ain't with that. Look,
No.
She ain't with that.
I'm trying to understand what she's saying, because she could be saying something. I'm trying to understand. What do you mean, Faith, by that?
All right.
Taking care of a man.
Back in the days, the man was the provider and the this and the that, right?
Right.
So the root of you saying, like, why does my bank account define me? A bank account would probably stand for the stability that a man had to provide for said woman, right? Mm-hmm. So that's like a way of saying, okay, he's stable, he got us, he got me. If we have a family, we're good. So it could come from that perspective, but then you have gold diggers. So you got to just know the difference. I mean, that doesn't apply to all females, but some females grew up old school, like,
okay, Faith.
The man got
okay, Faith. I like you, Faith.
Talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Fire sign. To the fire signs,
with the ladies, do y'all believe in the 50-50?
I do.
Yeah.
But we talk about money?
I mean, just everything.
What you talking about, like going Dutch and dinner?
I believe in the 50.
Okay. So you're gonna pay the bill. Fine.
I fuck with
Next time I go out, I'm gonna cover the bill. And I feel like we should rotate from there. I don't feel like a man should cover the bill every time we go out to eat.
I like her.
Sometimes it don't even have to be a rotation. It's just a vibe. I got it, babe. Chill, I got it. Like, we good. It don't have to
Right. Yeah, you don't gotta take turns. Just
we can
Or
go on.
get to it first. It's not like
I always got it. I always got it till I don't got it. If I don't got it, you want to go out, you got to pay. You feel me?
I believe in the 50-50, but I also understand that if he's going through something and he ain't got it, I got you. And that's how I want to be felt. That's how I want it to be reciprocated as well.
Yes.
You ain't trying to be barefoot in the
I love
kitchen.
that. Love that.
so what if
We
you
got
don't got it
grown
for
folks in
mad
here.
long? Then what?
Damn, Blaze. Blaze with the questions, right?
Yo, I'm done, son.
I can answer that.
Yo, the why fuck that nigga up? Well,
I feel like a man can still pull his part and be a man even if he doesn't got it. If you're being lazy and you're not even trying to put towards you getting back to the point where you were, then you ain't shit. But if you're
Right.
trying and I literally see you're
But right, it's not
trying,
personal. Go ahead. Let her talk.
and I literally see that you're trying, then I'm with you. We rocking. But if you just gonna just sit there and sulk and be in your shit and go through a moment, then you need to go to therapy. You need to speak to somebody.
Need to
And
holler
you
at
need
Maria,
to
right?
correct.
Hi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
holla
I'm
at
about to say.
Maria.
Maria, holla at
in this
Maria.
car.
And you just need to correct your shit.
how long are you giving a guy to get up back on his feet?
Man, she got a for everything.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I can't necessarily say that I have a time frame. I guess it's based on a feeling.
It's
Based on the energy.
It
So,
depends.
yeah.
Take COVID, for instance. That shit is making people hard to move forward.
A
So
lot of people are reconsidering their
there's
career.
no time frame on the COVID situation. You just never know. You just gotta. I think what people want to do is they want to create stability within themselves. So God forbid, in the case, we're okay. Nobody wants to be asked out. So whether you're the male or the female, you want to make sure that whoever's in your world, y'all are good.
So you're saying it's better for you to be stable on your own and then get in a relationship with somebody that is stable also, or what?
It's smart.
To be with someone that's there's no more we're building together. There's no more of that.
It ain't about love.
You can say
oh,
that.
I think you confusing the two.
That's why I'm asking. Which one do y'all prefer? To build together, or for you to be stable and you meet someone that's already stable and y'all just keep stabilizing?
Okay, that wasn't your question. You didn't
It wasn't your question, though.
No, that's my question. So go ahead.
So you finished.
Yo, go ahead. That's the question now.
So I think as a woman, like, you should have your own stuff in your mind as if you're doing it by yourself regardless. So when you do meet a man, he can bring what he brings to the table, you bring what you bring to the table, then y'all build together.
To be a plus.
Yeah, I don't feel like you should wait until you meet a man to start building. That's going to seem dependent. You should already have yourself built, structured, so you have your side of the table to bring in to match his, you know?
Right. I feel like some people be like, well, I need someone else to complete me. Fuck that. Try to complete yourself. So then when you meet somebody that comes to a sense of completion, y'all can continue to build on that and be even better than where you were before.
Right. Or people want to already find somebody who's like a match for them. Like, how is that ever going to be a real thing?
But that's why you be harmony.
That's going to hold you back from
eHarmony.
eHarmony.
Shit. I'm dead. All right, man.
Yo, listen, y'all. We running out of time. I'm gonna wrap up this episode. But how was your beautiful episode? How would y'all feel about coming back for part 2?
I agree, because we ain't get to ask y'all no damn questions.
Y'all just
relax.
I said to ask, and nobody really asked. But
so we definitely gonna do a part 2.
Everybody down to do a part 2?
Yeah, we down.
Yeah, I'm down.
Everybody down to do a part 2.
We got bullets in the chamber, so. Right, Maria, right, Daphne, right, Maria.
I definitely got some shit to ask too.
You're a true fire sign, kid. True fire sign.
So
same time next week, ladies.
Anybody want to say their social medias or anything? Or any?
IGs.
Especially, well, hold on. Let me start off. Maria,
what's up?
You're the mediator and all of that. You specialize in all of this relationship therapy stuff. Can you tell the people where to find you?
Oh, I don't have any social media about my workshops right now. Yeah, no, I try to do that deliberately one-to-one. People just kind of find me and we talk things out.
All right, so if you see her in the street.
I appreciate that. Nah.
I need you, Maria. I need you.
Anybody else want to shout out their stuff? Got any shout outs? Got anything before we pack it up?
Trick question. Look at him. Social media.
Right.
Hey, I'm on Blaze. I'm cutting off social media right now. I'm trying to get in a relationship.
Wait, time out. I thought you had a baby mama.
Baby mama like
Complicated. That makes it complicated.
You got too much going on right now.
I cannot. Okay.
Well, y'all could catch me on IG, Muff Mafia.
What you said? Repeat that.
Repeat that.
I'm an artist.
Chico trying to type it in.
I'm trying to type it in right now. Follow back.
Well, it ain't private, so look me up. Muff Mafia.
Muff Mafia.
Wait, how do you spell it?
How do you spell it, boo?
MUFFMAFIA.
Okay.
Okay.
Got you.
How about you, Daphne?
Oh, I'm Forbidden Temptation on everything.
Forbidden Temptation.
Forbidden Temptation.
Spelled exactly how it is.
Exactly how.
Y'all know what it is. You better be
How
careful.
about you, Shells?
Shells BK, my shit private, but I recognize all y'all faces, so I will be approving that. I also have a poetry page. I do poetry, complicated simplicity __, and I have a t-shirt shop, DQM Apparel.
Nice.
All
All of
that.
That's what's up.
I need that poetry.
I got a homie with a store in downtown Brooklyn.
Okay.
Let's link up. Yeah.
Chico, what you got?
Everybody hit me at Hus_Moolah. I'm like Faith at the music too, but I'm vibing now.
Are you on there, Hus? Are you on there?
Yeah, I'm on there.
Hold on, my man got a podcast too. Y'all go check it out.
I got a podcast too, man. It's called the Hood Spokesman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, I took a little break out to come fuck with y'all. You already know what it is.
What's up, man?
Y'all vibe. I like all y'all, man. Y'all like my family now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on this for part two.
Definitely part 2, kid. Can't wait.
Maria, I told you I need you, Maria, because like
you gotta find out where you find. It's hard to find Maria. You gotta find out where you find it.
I just gotta find it.
So listen, I do have an IG, but I be posting a lot of personal shit. I don't know if y'all are ready for all that deep shit.
That's fine.
I talk about decolonization, what it means to be anti-imperialist, anti-capitalist.
I fucks with it all.
I'm with all of that. I'm with all of that.
Right? I'm also I do spoken word. I do poetry. I have a couple of poetry books out. I do all that good stuff. But I don't know if I want to get that deep.
We work together, and I don't know nothing about this here.
You see, because I don't be sharing all that at work. But Blonde Mary, BLONDEMARY.
I was supposed to write all this shit down. Damn.
You have to watch yourself.
Look back at the footage.
Yeah, you too busy in the sand, bro.
Playing in the life is a beach, and I'm playing in the sand.
Are your feet out right now?
Yeah, they out.
They out.
Yo, listen, thank all y'all for coming through. And if everybody didn't do it already, please subscribe to us on Instagram at WaveStarter Podcast, on Facebook, WaveStarter516, on YouTube, WaveStarter Podcast, on Anchor, Breaker, Radio Republic, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Please subscribe. Thank you, everybody, for coming through and blessing us with y'all presence.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Much love and respect. And we definitely doing a part 2. So y'all, we're going to get schedules and we're going same time, same place. All right. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. All right.
Thanks, ladies.
All right.